I need to get something off my chest. I've gone blonde.
What's this?
Okay, but seriously, around 9 months ago, I made a video called Please Eat My Brownie, where I asked several YouTubers if they would have some of the brownies that I made, especially for them, only to have them savagely reject them.
Do you guys want a brownie? I don't want a brownie.
I decided that I would make baking brownies a tradition for YouTubers, and awaited the next time that I would get to do this. Turns out, the opportunity arose when I managed to get VIP tickets for Dan and Phil's world tour, Interactive Introverts. Now, I started watching Dan and Phil nearly 3 years ago, having spent years before that only watching their brownie graveyard video for the recipe and not caring about them at all. After watching Dan and Phil react to Teens React to Dan and Phil, I quickly became the casual fan that I am today.
Casual fan.
Okay, but for real, having stan Dan and Phil for years, I created many different scenarios in my head for what would actually happen when we met. One where we all sing a song together, one where they both pick me up for the pose, and of course, where they rejected my brownies. I quickly knew after getting the tickets that I somehow wanted the brownies involved in the meet and greet. Now, I found out we couldn't film, so I wanted the pose picture for the meet and greet to be them sort of harshly looking at the brownies, rejecting them while I hold them up pleading like Oliver Twist. That was what I wanted, and that was what I was going for. So after a strange conversation with my Airbnb host, hey, is it alright if I, do some baking in your kitchen?
What kind of baking?
Brownies?
Yeah, if you want.
I set in motion to bake my brownies on the day of the show. Yeah, I didn't get to do the brownie rejection pose, and there are a few reasons for that. First of all, it was the hottest day of the year on the day of the Sheffield show, which meant that after the brownies had been made and set and I'd cut them up, once I took them outside, they all melted into a singular clump. Hey, Dan and Phil, check out my sweaty brownie thing. Now, yeah, I know. Dan and Phil are shit at baking as well. It can't look that bad. But the whole point with a meet and greet is you want to show how talented you are and the kind of creative stuff you make for your idols. Now, I can't draw for shit. Don't have much creativity when it comes to music writing or any other form of art. So I wasn't about to humiliate myself in front of two people I look up to a lot. The second reason is that I am an incredibly awkward person, and I felt too afraid to ask the management team if I could even have the brownies in the picture or even with me when I met them. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Marianne was lovely and the whole crew were lovely. I just felt too awkward to ask them. I didn't want to be in a position where they'd say no because I felt too afraid of being rejected and their perception of me being altered because of my weird scenario. Okay, I'm a weirdo. Although there was one security guy who sniffed my friend's water bottle. The final reason that I didn't do the brownie picture is because I forgot how to speak when I met Dan and Phil. I've realised that when I'm nervous, I have two moods. The first one I had when I met my flatmate Ellie for the first time, where I just ramble on about random shit in my life and cannot stop myself because I'm too afraid of silence.
Hi, everyone, nice to meet you. Do you want to hear about this guy I've had a crush on for like 3,000 years? I used to do dancing. Oh, you did dancing? That's great. I used to do dancing as well. And now I do singing and a cappella, and that's all my entire life at university now.
The second example is what happened when I met Dan and Phil, where I don't really speak much at all. Now, I went to the meet and greet with a group of us that I met online, and we'd started to chat and become friends, and we decided to queue together because we wanted to get a group photo with them, A, to show that we finally all met IRL, and also because we'd heard that it would get us a bit more time with Dan and Phil, and we wanted to have as much conversation time as possible. But it looked like there were only like small groups in at a time, so me and my friend Emily decided that we would go in together to get the best of both worlds. Emily had a funny anecdote about the last time she met them, so she told them that and they laughed. But for me, every single thing I wanted to tell them, hey Dan, you dropped out of law. Me too. You guys aren't as tall as I expected. Hey Phil, you leave kitchen cupboards open? So do I. Hey Dan, you're left-handed? Same, buddy. My family loves truth bombs now, but they completely misunderstood the game at first. Hey Phil, you trip over stuff. I literally fall over whilst walking. Hey guys, I made you brownies and I was going to ask you to pose them in the picture and reject them, but because of the heat, they kind of all melted into one piece. They all completely left my brain in a panic of,
Oh my god, they're actually real. Holy shit, what a speech!
It's alright.
as I hugged Dan, my singular thought was,
Who peering? Who peering? Who peering?
it was a bit awkward at first because Emily went to hug Phil and I was like, okay, I'll go hug Dan then. But Dan was looking at Emily and I was like, hey, dude, I'm here. There's two of us. Please hug me. Oh my god. He probably thought that we were both gonna hug Phil and then hug him afterwards. But I was like, dude, I'm trying to save you time. Then I hugged Phil, but I didn't get a chance to fully appreciate my Phil hug due to the bundle of nerves and excitement and panic in my body.
Hiya.
Hi there. I know, I'm sorry.
Should I sign this?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I went super polite because once again my brain had a singular thought of,
Phil fucking Lester is asking me a question.
as Emily's selfie was being taken, I said a quick,
I'll get out of the way.
just to say something, brain. Then came the time for my selfie, and I knew I had to say something to try and make this a bit different from other meet and greets, to try and make them remember me. What did I say?
Apologies for the state of my phone. I've
no
dropped it
worries.
a million times.
Yeah, I'm a twat. Not only do I sound stupidly posh, was I trying to out-posh Dan or something? I don't know. But of all the things I could talk to them about, I mentioned how broken my phone is? Like, that's pretty mundane, Rosie. Good fucking job, Baker. Good fucking job. Then we took one of those, squad pictures, and once again my ability to speak had been compromised.
I'm like, because we both want to kind of feel like you did on that
pose.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's all squat. I felt that. That was strong.
Thank you.
As we were leaving, Dan looked at me and said,
Thank you so much for watching our videos.
and because he had spoken to me, my filter just disappeared and I was just like, thank you so much. Then we got our free merch and sniffly security guard pushed us away. In conclusion, when you know you're going to meet your idols, plan what you're going to say and don't do a me. Don't just lose all form of speech or whatever, because it means that you don't get the conversation that you want in the end. I'm still super glad that I got VIP and I got to meet them because they were so nice anyway, and Sheffield was just a really casual experience. Like, compared to some meet and greets, it seemed a lot more formal. I was expecting like fences and security guards on every corner and barriers, but no, it was actually really chill and it was just so nice. It was a really nice environment and the room was really cool. It had like a disco floor Emily and I recreated one of Dan's selfies on there, which was great. Also, if you haven't got tickets, go and see the show if you like Dan and Phil a little bit. It was absolutely bloody incredible. I'm not going to give spoilers on here because I don't want people to accidentally come across this video thinking it's spoiler free when it's not. So if you want spoilers, just go on Tumblr and look at the tags. But oh my god, it's so good. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't know when I'm ever gonna do a video like this again. Like, this is a once in a lifetime thing, let's be real. See you next time for Please Eat My Brownie Summer in a City 2018, I guess.
Right by white flame, no closer.
Now I started watching Dan and Phil nearly 3 years ago, having spent years just watching their Okay, but seriously, having stan Dan and Phil for years, I've created many different scenarios in my head taking place as we met. Oh, fuck, alright. Bitch. The second reason... Bloody hell. Can't miss them. There's a window there, love, okay? There's a window. Or... oh, no, it's a window. Been in this room for around 7 months. You won't be able to tell, would you? The first one is when I went my... Can't speak right now, bloody hell. Hey, Dan. Ugh. Anger.